Welcome to another episode of Official Naija FPL. And we took like a short break. In that time, a lot of things had happened, 2 game weeks. But we still have some of this, our usual suspects here.
Hey, Prof. Oskie is still here.
Yeah, stick that boy.
And then we have a fresh guy. Well, he's going to be with us. You'll be seeing a lot of him. He knows a lot about soccer. We have Ochman. Ochman, what's your team name?
Master Rahl guide us.
I beg, repeat that.
Master Rahl guide us.
What did happen? Now
Anyway,
God of War.
Whatever he says, please look for him. He's an official Naija FPL.
Yeah.
He's doing all right. I'll just leave it like that. But anyway, first of all, are you guys liking us? Are you guys, sharing these pages? Are you sending it to your... come on, man. We need that support.
Like, subscribe.
Yes. So,
Interact,
yes,
ask.
and then let's interact. Let's know what you did. Let's know how last week was for you. The last 2 game weeks was. Personally, it was shite.
Oh, I can say the same.
Personally, it was shite. But hey, it's.
We move.
We have an opportunity in this game week to go on, and so yes, and this game week, let's start with it. Let's expatiate with this game week. There are some juicy fixtures in this game week. Let's first start with the Manchester Derby.
Oh, the game week we're going into.
Yeah.
United City.
You know what I like about the Manchester Derby? So I was listening to Pep. I know Pep is not so boastful, but I think he's going to boast about this one. And he goes like, that he has some ideas for that match. Ridiculous ones. And then he brings out his tongue.
Pep is so coy, my God.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag is done.
My point with Pep is this: when Pep starts thinking too much,
Thank you.
he overthinks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We can point
I
to
agree.
a couple of games
Yeah, I
when
agree.
something enters his head, the Pep starts doing his chess moves. Let me bring this guy here. Let me do this one. Then all of a sudden you're just wondering what the hell. Even the players are wondering what the hell.
Example.
So do you think this was going to happen to this today?
Well, I believe
On Saturday, I'll be Sunday.
on Saturday rather, yeah. And the beautiful thing about it is that the only thing is Haaland. I just know that Haaland captain straight up. Let's go. I'm not even thinking of anything else.
So so you're just going Haaland Saturday.
Haaland captain, but the thing about it is that Pep, in him like overthinking, my mind always goes back to the Champions League final he played against Chelsea. He definitely overthought, like you could see that.
He didn't play holding midfielders in that game. Trying to play out that Kante role and everything. And I don't know.
It's better to lose not betting against Pep than betting against Pep.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's not going to be too much of a difference outside the fact that, Man U are more, a complete team. They're more informed. Rashford is informed. The old team is getting their rhythm. But however, it is City. I know that the game is going to be a goal rush, but I can't tell you for sure.
It's definitely going to be tougher than the last fixture.
Yeah.
But I still tip Man City to win.
I tip Man City to win. I'm sure we all tip Man City to win.
I think it will be a
Can
draw.
Can I just say something?
I think it will be a draw.
So first things first, 99% of fantasy players will captain Haaland.
Yes.
First, Haaland is a double game week, right? So he has the opportunity to go against Manchester United and Spurs, right? And if you ever heard Haaland talk, even when he just got into the Premier League, he said the one team he wants to always play against
It's Man U.
is Manchester United.
Yeah.
And he played the first game and scored a hat-trick.
With 2 assists.
With 2 assists.
So we're all right. Everybody's
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, let's look at that game, holistically, and look at the players on that game and the FPL points available. We have Rashford doing all sorts of madness.
From right now, yeah.
Scoring also. So everybody. I have Rashford in my team. I think he will do something in the game. Then we have a Man City that's not keeping the clean sheets that they used to. So I'm not sure. Cancelo is not even playing. I don't even understand what's going on.
Pep.
I don't know whether he's chasing Pep's daughter. I don't know what's going on, man. Like, what's up with Cancelo?
Fall from grace. I don't know. It's something internally because I don't think it's down to his playing style or the level of commitment, because he's a fantastic player. He has been doing this for the past like 2 seasons now, been very consistent. So I really believe that it's more like you said, it's a personal issue between the manager and him. So
Yeah, it just seems a bit odd, you know.
Because he came back early from the World Cup.
Yeah,
so
he did.
I really can't even place him. And then he's put him on the bench for a 19-year-old. What's his name? It's not adding up to me, but I think it's something personal to be honest.
And Pep seems like a guy that is a vindictive coach.
Yeah,
You fuck with
but I
him,
mean-
he will fuck with you.
But
Bon,
you know, Pep is also unpredictable sometimes, and you know, we say that he overthinks, and sometimes when he thinks about certain things, he likes to get in the mind of other people. You know,
I was
other
surprised if
players.
Cancelo doesn't start against Manchester United.
Yeah, well,
Maybe he has actually even been preparing him for that game, to be honest, but we'll see. But Bon, just ask a question. It's me asking you now. Do you think Ten Hag is going to come with the same kind of gameplay and formation that he's done the last 4 games?
I think they're going to do a similar gameplay to what they played against Arsenal. Now, the team is a little more gelled since that time. The team is a little bit Casemiro's come leaps and bounds since then. So I believe that they're going to play a lot of, they're going to soak pressure and counter. I don't think they're going to go toe to toe to try and play with Man City, you know, and do that back and forth with Man City. You just get flogged. But I think they'll try and be pragmatic and catch them when someone like Cancelo is out of position or Walker is, you know, bombing forward. Just, you know, counter with that. I think that's what it's good, because I don't know, anybody that wants to go and play.
no, on the contrary, I
punching,
actually think Man United has a great midfield to battle in with City. You know, the likes of Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno. You know, I actually feel, you know,
Well, that's player for player, not as a unit.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, you know, most of the battle is won in the midfield. So
yeah, but I agree with you.
like,
but it's how that is the kind of passing. So at the moment that they're not passing enough or passing that kind of high percentage to have possession football. So they're not really doing possession football. And to me, you need to have that level of passing to be able to play Man City against their own game. So if you don't do that, then once you try and then you lose a pass in the wrong place, it's over.
As for passing, I mean,
It's over.
I as for passing, yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, Man City are always going to have the best of the possessions and, you know, even the passing accuracy and all that. But like I said, the battle is going to be won in the midfield, and I feel Man U have a great midfield play to, you know, contest and try and win that battle. So hence I said Man U are it's going to be a tight game for me.
Okay, so we can talk about that all day. Let's move some of that fixtures. I want to talk about the Newcastle game, right? Just because Newcastle is playing Fulham, and a lot of people have Mitrovic, a lot of people have Trippier, a lot of people have Square, right? And so that game now, where do you guys think is going to go? Do you see it being a draw? You know, Fulham has been scoring. They have been, you know, puncturing holes in people's dreams. So,
so for me, right now, if you don't have Newcastle assets, you know, you'll be lagging behind. And yes, if you don't have Mitrovic also, you know, you might be missing out on points. However, Newcastle are a more informed team, a more complete team mentally, you know, and they're playing at home. So I feel like you won't be going wrong if you have 1, 2, or even 3 Newcastle players, or you could, you know, share the spoils of having 2 Newcastle assets and 1, you know, Fulham asset. That is Mitrovic paying. But hey, it's gonna be a great game too.
Okay, let's now go to the next big game this weekend. Probably the last game of the weekend, the North London Derby. Yes, I mean this game. You know, sometimes some games are just tricky. You have an informed team playing a team that seems to have lost their way a bit.
Yeah, a bit shaky.
But they're still very dangerous.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's like a dangerous snake. You know, that you just want to just see it hurt. Snake. Or an injured snake, it always hurt. That's when it will hit you. So I see them, they have Kane, they have the tools to hurt you. Right? It's just what kind of football in which they bring out on the day. Yeah. You know, I mean, what do you think?
Well, what I feel is Tottenham, they've been shaky since the return. And because when they played Brentford, they were down 2-0, but they came back to draw that match. And the Gunners, against all odds, or, against all the haters saying that, this is Arsenal, once it's January, they'll get down. They are actually performing. Even without Gabriel Jesus, Edin Ketia has actually stepped up to the plate. Like, he's been solid. Like,
Yeah.
I've been very critical of him, but every time he's been impressing me. Even
Finishing is incredible.
finishing is incredible.
Ice cold.
Ice cold, like a traditional striker, and I think that's what's been lacking in the team because Gabriel Jesus, he plays deep sometimes, but Edin
Most
Ketia, he may
time.
not have the stature, but he's actually a point man. He's a target man.
Yeah.
And I think that he might just be the difference between Spurs and Arsenal come Sunday.
Might be. I agree. So I mean, that's an interesting take in which you have saying in Ketia being there.
Prof.
you know.
Oskie. I'm fine now.
I mean, I'm smiling because it's a no contest.
No.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a no contest. The only reason why we're so discussing it's a contest is because of Hurricane,
Yes.
right? And so we know that it's probably going to end like a 3-1 or something with Hurricane scoring the lone goal. Yeah, but there's something has changed in Arsenal. I'll be surprised if Zinchenko doesn't start the match
We definitely will start.
because what that guy gives to the Arsenal team, bro, his passes are something else. So even when he plays the inside left thing that he does, right? What he does with needle passes, I don't think people have noticed it yet.
Pierces through.
His forward play with needle passes, I don't think people have noticed it yet. So we have good passers in Zinchenko, good passers in Partey, and then he just allows Odegaard fly like a butterfly. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So the pass is going to come from anywhere. And when the passes come, they're going to like the two wingers who are like beasts. Yeah. I was reading something where Ferdinand said, if he had a choice to play against one player, who would he choose? Will he rather play against Saka or play against Mahrez? Right? And he says no, that he would rather play against Mahrez because Saka is a beast. Saka comes at you every time, but Mahrez lets you breathe. Do you get what I mean? But Saka comes at you every time. So it's a no-brainer. Arsenal has got this. Do you get what I mean? It's got this. And it is the match where Arsenal has to give their all for different reasons. One, if they lose that match and City wins, the gap closes to 2.
2 points.
Right? And 2, after that match, there's even a tougher match. So if they don't win the Spurs match, they have to go meet Man U. Right? And you don't want to be going to a Man U match deflated from
All that one, I think all that one, the Arsenal players know it. But the truth is now just, football is a funny thing. You can talk all the mathematics. I mean, the only loss that Arsenal has had this whole season was a game that they played better. So it's not necessarily all that mathematics of, it goes out on the day when emotion, and I believe that emotions got into that game. It has equalized. We saw these guys there for the beating.
Bond.
Anyway, let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. But
don't worry yourself.
So let's talk about one more team. Before the break, let's talk about Liverpool and Brighton.
Brighton,
So
Liverpool.
Brighton, they're giving points. They're doing all right, but they're not. I mean,
They can do it 100% against Liverpool. Yes.
Exactly, they're
They
playing
can.
at home.
They can do it
So
100% against Liverpool. They can.
But then Liverpool, I don't know.
Liverpool are
I
shaking.
saw
They're
they're
pretty
shaking.
shaky right now.
However, I saw Darwin, and I still believe that guy is going to be a beast.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we abuse him, we say all those things, but the speed, the strength.
Hot and cold, he blows.
I think, it's his first season.
In no
so-
direction, we know.
So I was watching a podcast, Bond, yeah, and I saw so it's called Top 6, right? And then you have a Liverpool fan, and Arsenal fan, and that's how the podcast goes. And then I actually saw the Liverpool fan asking Klopp out, right? And there were a lot of Liverpool fans replying and supporting him. Klopp out. Yeah. I don't think
Madness.
Liverpool...
Ingrates.
No. I don't know whether it's an ingrate thing, yeah, because Klopp already has this record
And they better
His-
push
his-
through
his-
with
because
him.
of his style of play.
Yeah.
Like he pushes the team for a few years, and then the team just starts.
Gasses out.
Yeah.
Simul gas out.
I personally think that the dynamics of Liverpool changed with the removal of Mane,
Yes.
and they need to find that dynamic back. They need to find a new equilibrium.
Yeah.
And then you must understand that they had the removal of Mane. They had Wijnaldum, what's his name? That
Yeah,
left.
did it went out on?
That had left before. That had affected it, especially in that midfield. But you had Mane that could, now you have removed those two key pieces of that team. Hard workers. Then you now had Henderson has grown old.
Milner,
Fabinho, all these
Fabinho
guys are old in
tired.
that midfield. Ox never just, became the rock. And then, so you just had a situation where that midfield just became weak and they're having to replace that midfield. And, but however, I still look at the signings in which they've had and the people they're related to. They've gone for Gakpo in front.
Cody.
They
Awesome player.
Awesome player. They went for what's his name? Luis.
Is he a starter?
Who Gakpo?
Will he be a starter?
He will be if this guy is once this guy is injured. Once Luis and he's injured now.
Well, to be fair, if Nunes is underperforming and Luis is back from injury, I believe that Gakpo, they will play like a false nine system with Firmino, like the way they did with Firmino. But now the problem now is that Firmino now has been banging in goals like prior to the
his injury,
to the World Cup break. Yeah. So like they can be spoiled for choice when all their players are fit. But
my fear with all this thing is the midfield has actually been the weakest point.
Yeah, the weakest link because Harvey Elliott is young, but he's not that guy.
He's not Harvey Elliott.
I agree on the midfield.
That guy's name?
Carvalho.
I agree on the midfield, but I'll tell you something very fact. I've watched Liverpool game in, game out, and they get chances.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
So I just don't want to leave it on the mid. Their conversion is
my point being that midfield. So, it's seven that they're scoring. But my point is that you see what made Liverpool great was that compartment. They were compact. The whole team, you could, like they say, throw a napkin on the whole team. They were together. So they moved like a unit. They went back in. So because if you look at the way they play, you have creation from your wing backs, right? So of course it means that your middle has to be intact. They have to interchange with your defense. They have to split, at the right time so that you have this thing. That's not happening.
At the beginning of the season, the only thing that killed Liverpool is that people found out Trent.
I don't think that was the only thing.
Do you understand? Because
But it was
I
one
don't
of the
want you to
things.
blame I know their midfield is weaker than it was before, but this is a team that.
No, but the thing is, even when Trent
defensively,
Trent has always been, you always go out. But because when you had
They just figured.
I felt that Fabinho had a very poor start of the season.
Yes.
Right? It was extremely poor. And of course, because he's that linchpin in the middle between the defense and the midfield, he comes down to split the two defenders, right? That is not happening as fluid as it used to be.
So what I hear you guys say is Brighton will beat Liverpool in Anfield.
No, not in Anfield. They're in Brighton.
They're not in
Anfield. What I'm trying to say is that look, anything can happen in that game because of that midfield. But you know what? Let's not dwell on this. Let's take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Lovely.
And welcome back. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all those kinds, and comment. Like Prof likes to think he knows everything. Please comment and
they know they don't finish.
And show your own knowledge. You get me? So let's now go to a Prof said something in the break. Say it again.
Downfall gist this week.
Downfall gist this week. So with that, we're going to talk about Chelsea.
What's happened now? Why? What's the problem?
Someone spotting a blue jersey.
What's the problem?
Do you see him?
What's the problem, guys?
Okay,
Chelsea.
but seriously, are you feeling the blues? Or are you feeling blue?
I mean, blue.
Or are you feeling blue?
Blue is my favorite color.
First of all, is your scouting system just the transfer of Sky Sports?
So I noticed.
Who's going for who?
So I noticed. There are some well-paid staff of Chelsea. There are some well-paid staff of Chelsea that literally just follow Fabrizio and check who Arsenal and Manchester United are going after
Tottenham.
it's part of-
They're
it's part of the
actually
game.
looking at
It's part
Tottenham
of the
players
game now.
as
You have to look at
well.
your competitors. now.
Hello.
I mean,
So you know what? When they did this over summer, I just thought, well, they
But
have
I mean, for
they have
a
new
very long time,
owners.
we've had players under our radar that other clubs have,
I beg.
tried to. So I don't know what.
People, when they went summer, they felt
It's part of the game.
Rafinha.
But what were we
as
talking
a
about
Penalty.
here?
They
What
can't-
were we talking about here,
I'm
guys?
just wondering. Well, first of
I
all,
said even this our Mudrik thing. They
Eh.
just call the Shakhtar director say come and chop lunch.
Yes, no. Yeah, I mean, it's connected now. There's
then so that
connections.
brings
I mean,
me to
like-
the deal
Sorry,
of this transfer window. João Felix, £12 million.
11. Is it 12? 11?
I
11
think
million
it's,
pounds.
It's north of 10 million anyway. So
Yeah, it's okay. Let's say 10 million pounds. Abi? Million pounds. So let's loan for half a season. So
And
let me
our
calculate
covering
it.
is
So let me calculate
salary.
the valuation.
I mean-
yeah, when you're big, you're big, you're big.
So let me calculate this valuation.
Please, what
No,
what
this
number
the
is
thing
Chelsea
about this
right now?
valuation.
Uche, what
Yeah,
number are we
before
right now?
Yeah, let's
Like, are we still 8 or we've even gone
wait
for
now.
that
Let's look at
You
this
guys,
valuation.
your season is over.
Yeah,
You people are not listening to this valuation. No. If you are paying 10 million pounds for 6 months and then you want to sign somebody, so that means if you're going to sign this guy for a 4-year contract, you are looking at 90
100.
million, 100 million.
Okay, let me say the truth on that. Yeah. So I think your Felix was signed for about 120 million. I think it was like a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
Let's be very honest. As much as I want to laugh at Chelsea, right? I think it was a 5-year deal. So that literally puts him at about 20 million every year, right? And 20 million every year, it means like that's a 10 million cost every 6 months. Do you know what I mean? Which is probably the reason why Atletico Madrid was holding out for north of 10 million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this
beyond minus his salary, right? And whether you like it or not, your Felix is a deal.
You say, no.
I know you think differently.
Let's even not.
But is that what we need,
Let's not
though?
even talk about João Felix. That's what we're going to talk about next. Whether it's what Chelsea needs, but let's even just talk about João Felix on its own. So when you make that valuation of 130 million player, this thing, but João Felix had his valuation, right?
Yeah.
He hasn't exactly kicked off.
Nope.
So it's not that his valuation went up in the last 3 years in which he's
mean,
been Atletico
No.
Madrid.
So
Uche, we had a
what
brief-
worked for him? What worked for him were his World Cup performances. To be honest,
Which
he was
which
one
World
of this. Yeah, this World Cup that passed. If you watch your Felix for Portugal, you know what I'm talking about.
Off the bench.
I mean, so we had a
Bro.
conversation.
Let's not even go into that one about João
before the
Felix.
podcast.
My own is
and-
like, look, I don't think the
Uche-
valuation for him, right, for half a season,
Yeah.
because first of all, right, if you're bringing somebody for half a season, you're still going to pay their salary, so you're probably going to look at the 20 million outlay for half a season for João Felix, right? Now, is he going to give you that amount of input into that? Because he needs to embed into the team.
So guess what? Okay, so they have a walking stick in Aubameyang, right?
There you go.
Do you understand?
You see, guys, you see the reason why
Hell!
I don't feel comfortable talking about all these things. I mean,
Havertz is not doing
it's
so
sad.
well. Do you get? This
so
guy
sad
comes
for-
into this
for-
team and
for
just
Chelsea.
walks into it. Chelsea does need him.
No, my point being, see, this is the thing.
Chelsea
This
doesn't
is
need
one
him.
of the reasons why I'm because they got Havertz for 80 million, right? And Havertz at the time when Havertz was coming, the same with Timo and everybody, they were known to be big stars. They were guys coming in to come and make a difference,
Yeah.
right? And they have come, and I probably think because of the system or whatever it is, they haven't stepped up. So I'm seeing João
underperformed.
Felix in the same light. I don't see him coming to come and do anything fantastic.
Yeah.
And I now look at it now. So I want to ask a Chelsea fan, because we're all here, we're all bashing. So, Sticky,
yeah.
where does João Felix play for Chelsea?
Well, I mean, your Felix is an attacker, so I would probably say a false 9 because I mean we don't really have a striker.
So you
mean,
play.
yeah,
So you are giving him that cost 9 shirts.
I'm not.
No.
No.
Aubameyang has that already.
Aubameyang
Please.
has that
No,
already.
Obama will
and please-
gladly give him the
He
shirt.
can't. He can't.
He
I mean, like,
should hold it till he dies.
He will gladly say, I beg, bros. Can't take these shirts.
So Alba is trying to go back to. He's trying to leave Chelsea
Yeah.
because of this João Felix deal.
Yeah.
But because of FIFA rules, he cannot do more than 2 clubs in a season,
Yeah.
right? And so the only thing he can do is go back to Barca.
Barcelona.
I was about
So-
to say something
yeah.
now that was going to be really, really painful.
Well,
Like he could do what he did with Arsenal and just fuck off and they'll just play for the rest of the season.
and just pay him off.
Hey.
I mean,
Agreement is agreement.
yeah. And also for me, man, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean,
Your
well,
Felix, he's not
See,
convincing
the
to me.
way
'cause-
that I don't know.
yeah, because
We can form a meme
My
out of
greatest
it.
problem with Jafeli is that since he signed for Atletico Madrid in 4 seasons, like this is his 4th season, 5-year deal, he has failed. Looking a bit, well, not failed, but he hasn't scored 10 league goals
I mean,
per season.
that's
He has done it once.
ridiculous.
In the league, I mean,
in the league,
In the
he has
league.
never
I
done
did
it.
15 in the first season.
No, that's Benfica, not
That's
Atletico
not
Madrid.
Atletico Madrid.
That's Benfica. It's
Let
last
me even
season.
come back to this thing that is even bugging me. In this deal, was that there's no option of buying him.
It's good now.
Then
he extended.
he
his
extended his
contract.
contract.
That's
Oh
where
my
that's where I had the
god,
problem.
that's the part that blows my mind, though. So meaning by extending his contract, even if he comes and plays the lights out, right, for Chelsea,
The only
that
option.
Chelsea has paid for, Chelsea's going to have to pay above the odds
To
to
sign
keep him.
But
Yes,
Chelsea
sir.
just said
That
bomb
is
bomb for this.
madness.
And the thing about it, like
So
that,
personally, I just think that Chelsea just said, you know what, I don't want these guys to have him because I feel that if Arsenal
it's
gets
money
him,
laundering. Not
because
just money laundering,
Arsenal
honestly.
needed
I
him
can't-
for a
'cause,
short
I
period.
mean, it's
but shout out to his agent
No,
though, because
guys,
it's brilliant.
It's obvious.
He
So guys,
because-
you guys remember?
No. It was just how Atletico Madrid wanted structured.
But,
to
but,
do.
but, but you know, you guys
I feel
remember.
like
You
it's
guys
just money
remember that.
laundering.
You guys remember that Chelsea doesn't exactly have a football director right now, and it's obvious.
No, but
I mean, that's
they
what's-
bought somebody now.
It's frustrating.
Did they bring that Liverpool guy?
Bro,
Then they got that Liverpool guy. They were talking about the guy. Hey, watch this guy. Hey, it's the guy that saw. Hey, he's one that brought. Where's FX, man?
I mean, for many reasons, I don't
Shout
want to
out
talk about
FX,
Chelsea
man.
because Chelsea as a club, right, they're not stable, and it's confusing talking about a lot that's going on. It's a lot going on, and I just,
Oh, you sound so sad.
I swear, he
I am
seems
actually.
Do you know-
I won't
do you know-
lie
do
to
you know-
so,
I
seems so
am.
confused.
Do you know? I
it's-
actually wanted to laugh at him, but
After laughing,
I saw his face.
No, for real.
Now-
See,
now
So
I'm
that's
fair.
where you guys
my
just
own
set
is
me
that
up,
you guys,
but
see, you
no,
guys,
Allah.
you guys are like the Man U like 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago. You're like you.
No, we're worse.
You take 80 million.
You know-
take 40 million.
So
Just-
Chelsea,
Spending money, trying to.
if Chelsea continues in this vein, will you go back to your former club?
Which is my former club?
Yay!
Which is my former
All
club?
Chelsea fans had former club.
No.
Ah,
I'm not going anywhere.
ah. On that note,
No,
let's take a break.
there's no former club.
Oh. Welcome back. Yeah, I already told you the last time to like, subscribe, share. Do it again.
Can never be
man.
enough.
Yeah, man, it
just
can't be enough.
Do it.
Comment.
So the final segment, and I know this is going to cause some problems. I've given them some fillers already. They already know what to say, but nobody has said anything yet. This season, we've gone over the halfway point, just all over a bit. And we've had some managers, stand out. We have some managers flop. Who do you guys think are the best managers in the season now? I will start with
Top 3.
top 3.
Oh, my top 3. In no particular order.
No, in the order. In the order. Don't do that. In the order.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Why?
I really can't.
Everybody won.
Anyway you want to do it, just
You
tell
too.
us. Tell
No,
us.
no.
It would
particular
be interesting to know the order, please.
No, please, I'm so sorry, but like in no particular order. Frank Lampard,
He's joking.
Brendan Rodgers, and what's that Southampton's manager's name again?
You see, you can't even remember his name.
I'm trying to remember, like because I know him.
Hassel
but I don't
Hotel.
know. Is that
Hassel
Hotel, right? Yes, those are my top 3.
Is that
you
so
know.
hot still?
Is it Hassel? Yeah, no, the German guy now. Like,
Yeah, Hassel Hotel.
yeah, exactly. My top 3 because they've supremely underperformed, and I can't. Like, I'm actually want to see who is the worst out of the 3. Yeah, so but because it's for best, like me, I won't even tell you. For me, every season, Pep.
No. The season so far.
The season so
As
far,
everyone is asking, the season so,
so
far.
far,
Actually, that
it's
coach
still
is-
Pep.
Nathan Jones sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, Nathan Jones. Okay.
Nathan Jones. Yeah.
Oh, Nathan Jones was the guy that just came.
Oh yeah,
When they
because
sacked Alex,
the sack. You see, but yeah, I don't have any top 3. But for me, I just feel like Pep. Is
No.
still the coach.
Like the
So
season
far, it's
yeah.
still Pep for me, and that's my
number
own.
one,
Like,
okay.
I'm not a Pep guy.
So he does Pep and then the
It's
remaining.
Pep and the remaining, as far as I'm concerned.
Harsh. I'll let me go to Sticky.
Yeah. Based on current performance and from top 3 for me, Arteta, Eddie Howe, and Ten Hag.
And Teg. Interesting. What do you think?
So I'll also go Arteta first, not because I'm an Arsenal fan anyway, and then I'll go Eddie Howe second, and Ten Hag. Ten Hag is literally coming into his own, so I'll go Ten Hag third. Yeah, but the arguments a lot of people will have, I thought we were going to have when you brought it up, yeah, was that a couple of people would literally call Howe over Arteta.
I want even before we even get into that, right? Do you think that Potter would be on this list if he was still in Brighton?
Do you think Brighton will perform if Potter was still their manager?
They were performing while he was there, and he performed. Yeah, he did well last season. They were had a great run towards the end of last season.
Yeah.
They started this season pretty well, and they were continuing well. They're trashing some. I mean, they beat Liverpool. If I remember.
I don't know why Bond is bringing. Why Bond is
No, I'm reason why I'm bringing
Bond
it.
is trying to bring Chelsea back
Again,
but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine because
No, I'm just asking.
he's doing.
I understand.
You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing. You know what he's doing.
this
So
Northern Rivalry.
Brighton is doing well, and then there was Potter, right? And then Potter was good, right? And then Potter now leaves Brighton for another team.
I mean, the only reason
called
why they
Chelsea.
took him, the only reason why
Where do
Chelsea
you
took
think the
him,
problem is?
the reason why Chelsea took him was it was because Potter was one of the brightest managers. The same way they took Brighton, it was bright. So same way Eddie Howe was. You could see the way he played in Bournemouth, and then what was the team that they sacked him from? I think it was Wolves. Or where was he?
No.
It was the team that he was before he left.
Bournemouth.
No, before Bournemouth, after Bournemouth. Wolves or Watford. Anyway, one of the W teams. So you could see Eddie Howe, you could see, the way he plays, you can understand that. And I think that's the same way with Potter. This guy that could come and change the way we play and blah, 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 blah. However, if I'm an Arsenal fan, no. But if I was to give that best manager, I might probably give Eddie Howe. Because of Eddie Howe has been there for 1 year, right? Arteta has been there for 2.5. 3. Yeah, 2.5. So Arteta has been given almost 300 million to spend in that time. Eddie Howe, just over about 100. Arteta received his team in the middle of the season, and they were middle team. They were about maybe say, I don't know, 10th.
Okay.
Eddie Howe took Newcastle this time last season. Relegation, flat bottom. Everybody had said they were going down. Now, not only did he take them, he put them in the first half of the season, and in
Top 4.
Yeah, and now he's top 4, and
Top
they have
4,
the
top
best.
3.
They have the best defense so far in the league. So if I was to give the best coach right now, I personally would say Eddie Howe is the best coach at the
fair
moment.
enough.
That's my own personal thing based on the comparisons.
So
But yeah,
When
I
you
know
have-
Prof was looking at me with one kind of eye.
No,
when I
you're very
said
correct. I
that.
mean, it's up for discussion because Eddie Howe is a very close second. Do you get me? He's a very close second. Right, he took a team from literally relegation, and then if we're talking this
in
season,
a year.
if we're talking this season, right, he's probably drawn about 8 or 9 matches, everything. He's in the top 4, good enough and everything. But you're talking about, you're trying to pitch him with a gaffer that has played 17 EPL games, lost 1, drawn 2, and won 14. Even in the best of best Premier League seasons, that's something to look at. I'm joking.
Well, so far, but if you also recall, 2014 and 2016, Arsenal 128 days on top of the Premier League, and they still lost it.
No. So I mean, so because the discussion is so far, do you understand?
So far,
Not the end result, there's no end result
Arsenal
yet.
has never ever in the history of Arsenal had this kind of performance at this stage of the season. Never.
That was very good. Hopefully, it ends in congratulations. Hopefully.
So we can
But-
see the hating juice coming
money
out.
tonight.
Well, it's all right. So
From money tonight.
So
brewing.
we're not. See, this is the thing. I don't really want us to get ahead of ourselves and start giving awards when it's not yet time. We're talking about so far. It's same with Eddie Howe, right? So we're talking about play. Ten Hag, for instance, now has done 6 months, right? Now to me, he's cleaned up that team. He's removed players that should not have been playing. Maguire should have sat down a long time ago, right? Should have kicked out Ronaldo a long time ago. And those are the kind of things that are necessary.
I'll reserve my comments.
You don't think they should have kicked out Ronaldo? Or Ronaldo kicked himself out?
I do.
Either way you want to put it.
It's true. He has followed all Ali.
So either way,
into that.
cannot be the things that he needs to do. I mean, look, even the way he's handling Rashford now,
No offense,
you
yes.
know, and he's trying to get, you know, getting the best out of this guy. I actually think that's the team to watch. But this one now that they say they don't have money.
What did you
I saw an article
because they called Ronaldo.
Man U is going for
Do you know why- do you-
world biggest.
Do you know why I went to Saudi Arabia? Because he has left the good discussion. There are camels there now.
Oh my god.
Hey! Wow!
Guys, can we just go home?
Then I would like to give a shout out to the highest paid camel. If that is the case, a big shout out to the highest paid camel.
Yes, man, he has a big hump on his back.
A big hump with a big ego. Has never been done, never been seen, never been heard of. You know. They say, you know, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. My man has the numbers to back it up.
Don't worry. At least we know that he doesn't need a great coach to do well there. So on that note,
Oh my god.
we can end this
Thank you.
Nice.
for the week. See you guys next week. Peace.